So now we're gonna go to the 10-week, let's call it plan that I have for you. So if you're interested in AI and you find this helpful and you're like, hey, I want to really start navigating into AI and really want to start applying this and want to start playing with the tool. So here is a roadmap I have for you that you can start applying either for your company or just for yourself, and just start, kind of start playing with it. So the first one here would be to start the week one is not even play with the tool yet. I will say is to just assess and audit your time. So the first thing you want to do is to start looking at your time card. It's start looking at your schedule right now, at your calendar, and start really identifying opportunities to use this tool. So start identifying where are you spending most of the time and what are things that are being repetitive that could potentially get automated. So really right now the point is to start identifying what are these, let's call it, you can call it pain points, you can call it, draining activities. You give it your name, but it really start just auditing and start really saying these are the three tasks that I feel can get automated and they are taking me way too long, right? So you identifying that during the first week. Week 2 and 3, I would say is just you have to start building literacy on the technologies, right? So if you are using ChatGPT, I will encourage you to also start just playing a little bit with Gemini and with Claude, and just start testing it. Like saying, like you already have the activity that you would like to get automated, start asking the LLM, how can he help you with that? Right. So start asking ChatGPT, hey, how can you help me with writing better proposals or newsletters or or code analysis or due diligence with for these projects. So start asking it, right? And then start maybe with the recipe that I gave you, starts telling like, hey, help me write a prompt that I can automate this, that has role, that has task, that has specificity, that has context, right? So just start playing with the technology, start getting familiar about how to prompt engineer this too, to where you can start, no, you start learning how to talk to an AI, right? As far as like generating the best output out there. Um, Number four, would say once you start kind of getting literacy and start kind of realizing, yeah, these can help me. Start now with admin tasks, meaning like start maybe with things that are a little bit more risk if you want to implement it to a company. So if for whatever reason you're saying like, hey, maybe I can start with meeting notes, right? Like if I implement this new technology, Fireflies or Phantom or Read AI, maybe that can help me already with my meeting notes. Start writing the meeting notes, start generating transcripts and things like that. So maybe that could be the first baby step that you need, the first wow thing that you need for it to kind of help you saying like, hey, yeah, this technology is actually gonna help me grow, help me get things faster. It's gonna give me like an extra 5 hours a week, right? So start just playing with admin tasks. Then after that, once you kind of start getting a little more confidence in with the technology, then you can start going more into the design aspect of it. Then you can start using it to kind of help you with code research, with drafting things, with visualization tasks and ideation and renderings. But always done under like human verification. You always want to make sure that you are the thought leader and not the partner, right? Like the AI is just the system and is supposed to be there to just help you out. And so always you always want to make sure like somebody's always overseeing the results of the AI technology, and that's another thing. Like you always gonna have to keep testing it and refining it, right? It's just like any app or things. Like you always gonna need to refine it. So that's the plan that I have for you.
If you are serious about making your architecture firm grow, or you are an architect willing to learn these systems and apply it to your company, I have put together an AI discovery for architects resource that you can access and get familiar with the fundamentals of AI for architecture. So comment presentation below and we will send you the guide to access it on demand. All right, let's jump into the video.
Okay, what specific tools are you using right now and see architecture firms needing the most? So I'm using a lot of tools right now, but when it comes to architecture specifically, I will kind of divide these in 2 or 3 tiers. So I think the tool that every architecture firm needs is first and foremost is an LLM, and I will not be able to recommend that one specifically because each of them is a little better for something for a different task. So think about it as if you are asking me the question, which one is better, Revit or ArchiCAD? And the truth is like It's the one that is better is the one that you know how to use more, right? So don't be caught too much about a specific tool that you're using, more about like you actually going deeper to the tool and actually be able to understand how to leverage it and use it. But I think that for the three that are the most popular is either or you do ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude. I think you're gonna be very happy with it. Depending on what, like if you, for instance, are an architecture firm that does a lot of visualization as far as renderings and you would like AI powered rendering tools, I will say Gemini could be a very good option just because it has the Nano Banana Pro in there. And that one there seems to be the best one. If you like one that has maybe is a little bit more good on the research, then I would say maybe Claude. Claude is better on the research, but doesn't have any images generation. If you want something that maybe is just it's just more user friendly to use and is more intuitive and things like that, maybe ChatGPT. But again, there's no really right answer or wrong answer. It's a matter of you kind of letting a little like just figure it out a little bit on your business, what is it you want to achieve, and then start playing with those three tools, and then pick the one that seems to be giving you the better results. So that would be the first one, and then I think the second tier would be to more again on your business. What I would say, this number two tier will be more like an admin one. I would normally recommend people to start with the admin, with the meeting notes, because that seems to be the one that people can see the most value for the least amount of money to expend. So start something that is a little bit admin that you can start bringing into your company in an easier way without you having to disrupt any project. Whether it's something that, for instance, just the Gmail ones start really emphasizing that we really want polished emails. Like Gmail automatically polishes your emails now to where like they actually look pretty professional and you can edit them and things like that. You can a whole paragraph, you can put it in bullet points and nights and summarize. So just start maybe playing with that. So I'll say really start with that admin part of it. And then I'll say tier three, then is when you start kind of going more into the design part of it specifically. So then is when you, depending on your project needs. So for instance, you are spending way too much time in the due diligence part of it, you want to make sure that maybe you start kind of leveraging custom GPTs, custom gems, and really start getting good at generating these custom little agents that can really help you automate these things. If you're doing a lot of multifamily and you're doing a lot of these real estate development projects, maybe you want to do something like TestFit or Finch that are more like technologies that can help you with massings and kind of generate new layouts. So again, it really depends on your company, but it's really about that mind shift question that I told you at the beginning. Like state your problem and then ask the AI how can he help you with that, or what technologies are out there, what AI tools are out there that can help you with that. Awesome. And then I think I have one last question here, and then and then if I don't have any other question, that will be it. But the last question I have here is how can I make sure that these AI tools are not sharing my business data? So with that one here, so there's two things. One of them with the business data, because yes, I get it. A lot of businesses are worrying about uh, like these LLMs share, or just in general any AI tool sharing your data. And what I will say, there's two ways to kind of verify this. One of them is, of course, read the policy, right? And you say, well, the policy is 300 pages. I will say, download the policy and give it to an LLM, give it to a ChatGPT, and say, hey, do they take the policy in a PDF? You upload the PDF, put it there, and say like, do they actually use my data? You can ask it. Does ChatGPT with these specific license shares my data? Chances are, like for instance, if you're using the free accounts of ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, they are sharing your data. Like for sure. Like if you're using your personal account, you're using your personal ChatGPT account and it's free, you are sharing your data. Period. Now, if you have a pro account, you have a toggle here that it doesn't share your data. If you click on that toggle and you put it to the right side of not sharing my data in the settings section, then it will not start sharing your data. Now, I don't know to what extent, but if you want peace of mind of them not sharing your data, the best thing to do is to spend a little bit more money and get the business account, right? If you get the business ChatGPT or the business Gemini or those things, they're not going to share your data because The truth is like they know that the majority of their business comes through enterprises. So, and the enterprises, their main concern is data. Is like they don't want to share data. So their main concern, like their main thing, they have a huge incentive to not share that data because if they share that data, they're gonna lose a lot of clients and they're gonna get a lot of lawsuits. So I'd rather spend that a little extra money on getting the business account. So I think if you are in ChatGPT, I think you're going from $20 to $25 for a business account. But the exchange of that is you get that peace of mind that they're not gonna be sharing your data. So that's AI explained, the tools and how it's transforming architecture right now. But if you're watching this and thinking, okay, Danny, I get it, but what's my next step? I've got you covered. If you're serious about growing your architecture firm or you're an architect who wants to implement these systems in your company, I have put together an AI discovery for architects resource. It breaks down the fundamentals and gives you a clear roadmap to get started. Comment discovery below this video and we will send you the guide to access it on demand. Make sure you are subscribed because we are diving deeper into AI workflows, tools, and implementation strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.